Welcome to our home, and my flowers outside are pretty much gone, but this beautiful Christmas cactus right in our living room is giving such a beautiful display of light, so we thought we'd start it this way. So on this beautiful November day, I thought I would share a story about standing up for ourselves, really honoring who we are and how important that is. So last week we shared a story about the power of saying no, and that story was about Pir Vilayat Khan, one of our great teachers who was a Sufi master. So this story is in the same place in the French Alps, Chamonix, and we had spent the whole summer there. We were 27 years old, and Barry had, we'd been married, and Barry finished medical school and his residency, and I finished graduate school, and we were out, not knowing what we were going to do with our lives, feeling lost, actually. And so Pir Vilayat must have sensed this, and he the first time he met us after greeting us, he said, I want you to do workshops in this Sufi camp. And there were maybe 100, 150 young people, mostly in their 20s and 30s, and they were from all over Europe and the United States. 4 different languages were going on. And we said, we had never led a workshop. We'd had training, a lot of training. He said, no, you do this. This is what the camp needs. I want you to do a workshop on relationship. So, and he could tell that we were not quite sure. He said, you come up with the idea, and then every day I will meet with you and we'll discuss it. So I don't know if we did it every day, or we did quite a few of these. First workshops ever for us in 4 different languages. And there were interpreters and all the, tons of people doing, we didn't know what we were doing, but we were doing the best we could. And I think it all came out good. So at the very end of the camp, like the week before it was all going to close down and end, this was all summer, he gathered everyone, and he said, he was thanking different people, and he said, I really want to thank Barry Vissell for these beautiful workshops that he's been leading. Barry stood up, got all the applause and clapping, and sat down. And I was so angry at him. And so after...
I did feel really uncomfortable, though, but I didn't say anything.
He just took all the...
I took all the credit.
He took all the credit and sat down and smiled. Well, he got in trouble. I'm like, why didn't you acknowledge? I did this right along with you. It was a 50-50. I did half of it. Why'd you take all the credit? And we went on like this. And he said, well, yeah, I did. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. And he apologized. But he said, what about Pir Vilayat? He knew you were part of it. We met with him every time to talk about what we were going to do. He suggested that we both do it. And I realized the real upset was with Pir Vilayat. Now, Pir Vilayat was much older than us. He had this beautiful long gray beard, and he looked every part of what you would think a guru would look like. And he was so wise, so smart. And to be upset with someone like that, I'm like, well, okay, I'll just have to get over it. Barry's like, no, you're gonna talk to him tomorrow morning. because he always would march. He lived in a cave. He always would march down, and we're going to intercept him, and you're going to tell him. So if it weren't for Barry, I never would have done this. So
it was a good maneuver on my part because it took all your anger off of me.
Well, the upset at that point. So he got me up early, and I was hiding behind a big rock, and I saw Pure Vilayat come down, and Barry kind of gave me a push, and Pure Vilayat said, "Oh, hello, Joyce. Good morning." And I'm like, that wasn't right that you gave all the credit to Barry. I did those workshops right along with him. And he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's my Indian heritage to give all the credit to the man and neglect the power of the feminine. My wife is always telling me that. You come with me right now." He took me by the hand, and we marched down to the where people were gathering, and he said, "Everybody come close." And everybody came close, and he held my hand up, and he said, "I'm so sorry that I didn't include Joyce. She did such a beautiful job with Barry, and that was a big mistake." And he went on to explain about how he has trouble really honoring the feminine. And then afterwards, he took me aside and he said, "This truly is something I'm working on, and I want you to help me. I'm going to look into your eyes." And he had these piercing brown eyes that would just like look right into your soul. He said, "I'm going to look at you, and if I'm not honoring the feminine, just raise your hand or just do something. Help me to remember." And from then on, for years, whenever I'd go to anything, he would be looking at me, with these piercing eyes from time to time. And I grew so close to him, and he respected me because I had stood up for myself. I'd stood up for the feminine, and he respected that. And standing up for ourselves, it's hard, but it's so important because who we all are is important. The gifts that we bring into this world are important. And that experience really changed my life in a very beautiful way.
And you know deeply in your heart how important your contribution is to everything that we do.
I do.
You know this.
I do.
All right, here, hold this. This Joyce's story reminds me of a song that I wrote. Yeah. And the song is actually about coming out from hiding, right? And standing up for yourself. We need to do that. We need to speak our truth. We need to really show ourselves in this world. It can be in a small way. It doesn't have to be in a huge way, but it doesn't serve us to hide at all. Standing right behind this door. Find me if you can. I can't stay hiding too much more. I long to be who I am. But what if I can't find myself and stay hidden in the dark? It cannot be, for my destiny is to shine like a star. I'm standing here, all of me, I have nothing to hide. I'm standing here, all of me, my arms open wide. I'm standing here, all of me, I have nothing to hide. I'm standing here, all of me, my arms open wide. Standing right behind this door. Find me if you can. I can't stay hiding too much more. I long to be who I am. But what if I can't find myself and stay hidden in the dark? It cannot be, for my destiny is to shine like a star. I'm standing here, all of me, I have nothing to hide. I'm standing here, all of me, my arms open wide. I'm standing here, all of me, I have nothing to hide. I'm standing here, all of me, my arms open wide. Close your eyes a moment and take a nice deep breath. Put your arms up in the air. My arms open wide. I'm standing right here. Standing here. And I'm important. I'm just as important as anyone else on this planet. We have to know that. Our destiny is to shine like a star and to be visible too, and to have our voice heard. Nice deep breath. Open your eyes and remember just how important it is to show up in your life, to show up in your world. Speak your truth. Be visible. Okay.
Beautiful. I was feeling how grateful I am for you, because you helped me to take risks that were hard for me. Sometimes
I did stand behind that rock with you and I pushed you.
Yeah, sometimes pushing me, sometimes gently urging me, but always encouraging me to grow and honor myself. Thank you.
But if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be who I am at all. all. You've really encouraged me.
All right. So this is good homework for this week, is to really honor the beauty that you are.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone, and don't forget to, if you like this video, to send it to your friends.
All right. Thank you.